Hello everyone. Today our topic is semantic analysis and intermediate code generation in compiler design. First, we consider semantic analysis. As we discussed in the diagram of compiler, semantic analysis is third phase of compiler after generating parse tree. Parse tree work as input for semantic analysis. So, this is third phase of compiler. Semantic analysis makes sure that declaration and statement of program are semantically correct. It is a collection of procedure which is called by parser as and when required by program. Both syntax tree or parse tree of previous phase and symbol table is used to check the consistency of the given code. Type checking is important part of semantic analysis where compiler makes sure that each operator has matching operands. Semantic analyzer uses syntax tree and symbol table to check whether the given program is semantically consistent with language definition. It gathers type information and store it in either syntax tree, parse tree, or symbol table. This type information is subsequently used by compiler during intermediate code generation. Semantic errors. Errors recognized by semantic analyzer are as follows. First is type mismatch. Second, undeclared variable. Third, reserved identifier misuse. The main functions of semantic analyzer is first, type checking. It ensures that data type are used in a way consistent with their definition. Second, label checking. A program should contain proper label reference. Third, flow control check. It keeps a check that control structure are used in a proper manner, means we use break statement inside a loop. No break statement is used outside the loop. These are functions of semantic analysis. We consider one example for typecasting. We have x and y, two variable of float data type. We are assigning 10.1 in x and x into 20 into y. In this above example, integer 20 will be typecasted to float 20.0 before multiplication by semantic analyzer. In this way, semantic analyzer perform typecasting. Next is syntax directed translation. That is an important part of semantic analysis. Syntax directed translation are augmented rules to the grammar that facilitate semantic analysis. Syntax directed translation involve passing information bottom up and or top down the parse tree in form of attribute attached to the nodes. Syntax directed translation rules: first, lexical value of node; second, constant; and third, attribute associated to the known terminal in their definition. We will consider one example to understand it in a better way. The general approach to syntax directed translation is to construct a parse tree or syntax tree and compute the value of attribute at the node of the tree by visiting them in some order. For example, we consider one grammar here. In this grammar, f goes to some integer value. Now we will add augmented rules to this grammar. This is a grammar to syntactically validate an expression having addition and multiplication in it. Now to carry out semantic analysis, we will augment syntax directed translation rules to this grammar in order to pass some information up the parse tree and check the semantic errors. For the production rule E goes to E plus T, we will add augment rule E dot value is equal to E dot value plus T dot value. E goes to T, we will add E dot value is equal to T dot value, and T dot value is equal to T dot value into F dot value, and for T goes to F, T dot value is equal to F dot value. For the last rule, F goes to int lit, means F dot value is equal to int lit dot lex value. We are assigning some integer value to F. So in syntax directed translation, these augmented rules to a context-free grammar that associate first set of attribute to every node of the grammar, second set of translation rules to every production rule using attribute, constant and lexical value. Let us take a string to see how semantic analysis happen. Consider S is equal to 2 plus 3 into F. Parse tree for this string will be E goes to E plus T, E goes to T, T goes to F, and F will point to some integer value, and on right hand side T goes to F into T and F will point to some integer value. So at the leaf nodes we are having our lex value 2, 3 and 4, and in between we have operators star perform calculation first and after that addition will be performed. So to generate a result, to evaluate translation rule, we can employ one depth first search traverser on the parse tree. For understanding, we will move bottom up in left to right fashion for compute translation rules of example. You can see in this diagram is same as we discussed in previous slide, but here we are using E goes to E plus T. E dot value, T dot value, we added augmented rules with our production rules, and we are performing calculation here. For this, we move bottom up in left to right fashion for computing these translation rules. So from the start, we will move to bottom. At the end, we get 2. After that, we get plus. Then we get 3. After that, we get star. Then we get 4. F dot value. 4 is assigned to F dot value. And then reduction is performed. T into F goes to T. So T dot value is equal to T dot value into F dot value. That will be 3 into 4 is equal to 12. And at the end, E plus T. We are again performing reduction here. E plus T goes to E. Means E goes to E plus T. So in first rule, E dot value is equal to E dot value plus T dot value. and we have E dot value is equal to 2 and T dot value that we have calculated here, that is 12, and finally we are getting E dot value is equal to 2 plus 12, that is equal to 14. That is our result here. So we are using bottom up in left to right fashion whenever we will get some value. As you can see here, we get 2, then that is assigned to f dot value, then t dot value is equal to f dot value, that is equal to 2, and e dot value we are assigning 2 to e dot value, and at the end when we are performing plus operation e plus t, then we are assigning e dot value is equal to e dot value plus t dot value. Our result will be 14. So what is synthesized and inherited attributes? Synthesized attributes are such attributes that depend only on the attribute value of children nodes. A node is getting value from its children. That attribute is known as synthesized attribute. For example, e dot value is equal to e dot value plus t dot value. It is a synthesized attribute value corresponding to node E. If all the semantic attributes in an augmented grammar are synthesized, one depth first search traversal in any order is sufficient for semantic analysis phase. Second attribute is inherited attribute. In such attribute, the value of a node depend on parent attribute and siblings attribute. EP goes to E plus T. Augmented rule with this production rule will be EP dot value is equal to E dot value plus T dot value, and T dot value is equal to EP dot value, where E and EP are same production symbol annotated to differentiate between parent and child, has an inherited attribute value corresponding to node T. So you need to remember, in synthesized attribute, a node is getting value from its children node, or in inherited attribute, a node is getting value from its parent or sibling attributes. Next is S attributed and L attributed definition or grammar. S attributed definition or grammar means a syntax directed translation is called S attributed if all the attributes defined are synthesized. What is synthesized attribute? We discussed in previous slide. And second is L attributed definition. In L attributed definition, a syntax directed translation is called L attributed if attribute defined are synthesized or inherited both. But for every inherited attribute, we will compute value from left side of the attribute. Consider an example. A goes to x1, x2, xi and xn. If xi is an inherited attribute, then value of xi will depend upon all the variables before xi, that will be x1, x2 up to xi minus 1. In this way, inherited attribute will get the value. So, S attribute definition or grammar is that grammar in which all attributes are synthesized, but in L attribute, attributes are synthesized and inherited both. Thank you.